Hi guys, Devonter XYZ, and for this installment of The Good and the Bad, I decided to go for a PlayStation 3 game, and one I haven't done in a while. And the one that came to mind today is Sports Champions. Yeah, this game actually came out with the PlayStation Move. It actually was bundled with it. If you want to experience, using the controller, this was like the best game to go for. And it contains like a variety of sports games to, kind of get introduced into new sports if you've never even heard of them before, or just try out your actual skills in real life on a game. Let's take a look at this. Well, for the good of this game, I can think of a few of them. For one being, I say there's a good variety of games in there. I mean, you have disc golf, gladiator duels, archery, volleyball, bocce, and then you also have tennis. So a good variety. Uh, Second good, I would say, is they have a pretty good customization. I mean, you can customize the different types of characters, change out their outfits, and you can even change the type of equipment that you're using. Like, for instance, if you're using, or if you're doing a disc golf, you can actually change the discs to like records, or you can change it to ninja stars. If you're doing like table tennis, you could change the actual paddle into like a PlayStation Move controller. You can change to a tennis racket. Yeah, I mean, you have a lot of variety of things you can choose. And then for the third good, I would say that surprisingly, with the PlayStation Move, mechanically speaking, with the PlayStation Move, the response is actually pretty good. Actually, I mean, it seems to follow my movements about 90% of the time. It's not like as clunky as like using the Kinect, and it's just a lot of people take it for granted that it seems like a cheap gimmicky device that may not work, but it kind of does work. Well, for the bad, there are a couple of things that are holding this game back, and one being that there are a few games that require you to have two controllers, and I'm not saying it's impossible to play with just one, but if you want to get the full experience, you need two. And controllers for the PlayStation Move, it kind of a little bit expensive. I mean, you could probably find them for about $20 or $30 right now. But back then when the PlayStation Move first launched, it was about like $50 for controllers. So it was pretty expensive. Probably even still to now, it's might be expensive for some people. But like I said, it's just if you want to get the full experience, you need two controllers. And I guess the other bad is there is no online, which sounds like a really missed opportunity. Why not have online for a game like this? I mean, it's a competitive based game. It would have made sense to have it online. You can do like local multiplayer, but it would be nice to have some online. Have some real good competition going on there. But I don't know. Maybe they just couldn't really implement it in time for the game's release. Well, for improvements, really the big thing is we need kind of more of an incentive to continue playing this game. I mean, when you play this game, you play for maybe like a few weeks, but then it kind of drags out after a while. I mean, the problem is there's not much to really do in the game. I mean, besides going against a computer, I think probably what would have helped us. I mean, of course, having online. Having groups form up, team up, and go against one another. I mean, that would provide a more of an incentive right there. But I say also maybe if they had like challenges in the game, like in like an actual challenge mode, do different tactics, have to accomplish different goals in each game. That would actually have provided more incentive. Well, overall, I say Sports Champions is one of those games where I'd say it's worth a look at. Especially if I have PlayStation Move controllers. And, I mean, this was my first PlayStation Move game, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people have the same experience. Sports Champions being their first game or whatnot. And also, if you wanted like a good sporting game, this one has a good variety. I recommend it. Uh, if you can't buy it, I would say at the very least rent it, because you're gonna probably get some fun out of it, especially if you do have friends, along to play with you. And with that, I would give it a final score of a 7.5 out of 10. An above average game. Like I said, kind of worth looking into, and who knows, maybe you might get a kick out of it. Well, this is DevilHunter XYZ, and until next time.